In today's video, we have another 2-minute fix. Recently, Linda and I lost the cover to our speaker when going over the Kankamagas Highway in New Hampshire. So today we're going to show you what we did to replace it. Now this won't truly be a 2-minute fix because we had to spend a little time changing the electrical to make this work. But the majority of our time was spent finding the right parts.
Now, one of the reasons we like to do these videos is we find that for these quick fixes, most of our time is just spent hunting down the parts, so we're hoping to save you guys some time. And that was true in this case as well. So this is the part number off the speaker that was originally on the camper. But everywhere we looked online, we were finding it out of stock, discontinued, or no longer available. So the ones that we were finding to replace it were actually of a recessed model where the speaker sits into the sidewall of the camper. But this would have required us to drill a bigger hole, plus the hole that's in the camper isn't centered, and our kitchen cabinet is right behind that, so we would have been cutting into that. Now at this point, we could have likely gone back to the dealer or our camper manufacturer, Rockwood, and to see if we could source the part directly from them. But we were still hoping to be able to find it online to save a few bucks and probably save on shipping. So we finally did find this one online at Walmart, a little less than $30, and it's the same size, it has the same screw patterns, we didn't have to put any new holes in the camper. It is a different brand name and it is a little bit different of a wattage. Plus there is one other difference that kept this from being a true 2-minute fix. These electrical connections on them, the one on the camper was a 1/4 inch. These look to be a 3/16 inch. So we did have to buy some additional little electrical connectors and make one small change to the wiring. Okay, so let's go ahead and see Troy do the switch out.
So the first thing you want to do when starting this repair is to turn the power off. Okay, we're going to get started. Now parts of this video were started weeks back before we realized we had to make an electrical change.
So we started this project by gently cutting away the old caulking and removing the 4 screws. Now for this part, we used a plastic putty knife to remove most of the old caulking. Then a combination of rubbing alcohol and the putty knife did a nice job of removing the rest.
These are Spade quick disconnect electrical connectors. We realized when we bought our new speaker that these were the wrong size, so we had to do some hunting to find the right ones. Which brings us to today, we're going to finish this project.
The first step was to cut the old connectors off. Then we used the wire strippers to get a nice clean end. Push the new connector on and crimp it down so it was nice and tight. So after that was installed, we pushed the new connectors onto the posts in the speaker. And here's a quick tip.
All right, so we're all wired up. I've tried it, it's working fine. Quick tip, before you take the wires off the speaker, you might want to take a picture of it with your phone just to make sure you get the wires on the right polarity when you put it back.
Si usted fue lesionado en un accidente, it's even easier to get the light.
Normally at this stage, I would have used Proflex to seal up the speaker. And this is the way that I orient my tape so that it's easier to clean up after the fact. Now I'm not going to apply Proflex to this because this speaker is merely temporary. We have a mod coming up.
We started thinking do we even need an outside speaker? We have never used this in the 5 years that we have owned the camper. And since there was already a hole in the side of our camper, we started thinking, what else could we use this area for? So we have some ideas. That is our next mod up. We've already reached out to a few of you viewers to kind of get your input into what we're doing. So we have to find a few more parts, but we're going to be going ahead and doing a modification, hopefully, to this area where we don't lose the speaker, but we gain some other items. So we'd love to hear in the comments, what do you guys think we're up to? And if you want to see what we're up to, remember to hit that subscribe button. And Desi over there, he loves it when you hit that notification bell.